Hello there, my lovely souls. Welcome back to this week's episode where we're going to deep dive into how your emotions affect our organs. So, have you ever felt that your emotions are tied into your body? So, for example, when you're super stressed out and had a stressful situation happen, all of a sudden your stomach felt like it was auditioning for a gymnastics team or something. So in traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM for short, there's a very deep connection between our emotions and our organs. And this is also showcased in the book, The Body Keeps Score. Today we're going to dive into this fantastic world and fascinating world. So grab your tea, grab a cup of cha, your notebook, or just your sheer curiosity of how our emotions affect our body and organs. So let's get started. In TCM, each organ has a very unique relationship with an emotion. Think of it as like a cosmic partnership, and only sometimes they argue. So let's meet the stars of our cosmic show right now. Number 1, the liver is the champion of anger. The lungs is your grief and sadness processor. Your heart is the seat of joy and also processes all your emotions. The spleen is your worry's best friend, the overthinker. And the kidneys, fear's cozy little hideaway. Let's dive a little deeper into each one of them now and how the emotion affects each organ and then cause disruptions within the body if they go unchecked or unprocessed for a long time. Starting with the liver. In TCM, liver is like your body's emotional bouncer at a nightclub. When anger builds up, that's your liver's job to process it. But if anger gets stuck and isn't being processed, you've reached your max threshold, you've gotten overstimulated with frustration and anger, and you aren't allowing that anger and frustration to be released, expressed out of your body, through verbal or like exercise or all the different types of way, right? Then you're gonna have headaches, irritability, and even digestive issues if it gets super severe. So next time you feel like throwing a tantrum, maybe, just maybe, it's your liver waving its little white flag like, hey, I need help over here. we need help. Don't worry though, we'll talk about how to help your liver out a little later on, but I'm going to discuss all the emotions and the organs currently, okay? Have you ever noticed that when you're really sad that you sigh a lot? Or like when you're going through a downtime, or you just, there's a lot of that. You're releasing, wanting to release some of this stuck energy, stagnant energy within your body. And that's your lungs trying to let go of grief and process some of that and to release it. So in TCM, the lungs are the masters of release. You're releasing carbon dioxide outside of your body each and every breath, countless times throughout the day. And when grief overstays its welcome in your body, it can lead to problems and feelings in your body, such as chest tightness, or even longer-term respiratory issues, because it has no escape from the body. Like, it can't be released. So you're just holding it all in this area of your region in your chest. So cry if you need to. Your lungs will thank you for letting that release, letting that emotion out of you and not keeping it entrapped within your body. Okay, so I promise not to sing, but let's talk about the heart. The heart is all about joy, connection, and love, obviously. So when joy is flowing, the heart feels light and open and airy. You feel this like lightness within your chest. But if it has too much excitement, aka anxiety, or a lack of connection, then that can throw the heart out of balance. So maybe, just maybe, a little self-love and self-compassion and kindness is what your heart's been craving. And because our heart is the center that processes all of the emotions, if you are overjoyed, anxiety, if it gets to that stage, or if there are other emotions that you're keeping your heart from processing, it's not going to be able to balance and function in the way that it needs to process all the emotions. And then it feels out of place, out of balance, and that's when you kind of start getting harder on yourself and lacking that self-love and self-compassion towards yourself. So now let's move on to the spleen. And this is the overthinker of all the organs of the group, okay? You got some spleen stuff. This is again in traditional Chinese medicine. Spleen in Western medicine does not have direct functions like this, okay? So keep that in mind before you go to your Western medical doctor and be like, something's wrong with my spleen, and he's gonna look at you like you're crazy, okay? So spleen, overthinker of the group. The spleen doesn't just handle digestion and TCM. It can also it's also in charge of your mental energy. So when you worry too much, it's like an overload onto the spleen's inbox, like its email inbox. You're just like oversending, and you get like 1,000 emails all in like a minute. It's overloading it. It's doing way too much. It's trying to open and process things way too much. And that can lead to fatigue, bloating, and even brain fog, because you're going to have digestive issues and gut and brain health connection. So give that spleen a break, just a little one, and try some mindfulness instead. Living in the present moment is a really big one for the spleen. Try not to get super stressed out, overworking yourself, eating junk food, of greasy food. Those are all things that in traditional Chinese medicine weaken your spleen, aka the thing that provides the energy, the mental energy and mental clarity in your body. Finally, we're going to move to the kidneys. So these little powerhouses that get rid of waste within our body are all about fear and courage. So there's two, right? Like there's two in our body. So one is fear, one is courage. And there's a fine balance between the two. When you're scared, the kidneys you might feel it in your lower back pain, or even just exhaustion, like all the time. But there's the good news, nurturing your kidneys, which is the perfect time to do in wintertime in traditional Chinese medicine. And I will link the nutrition for helping your kidneys in here somewhere over here. Yeah, so wintertime is the best time to nurture your kidneys. That can help boost your inner strength and your inner courage to go do the things that you need and want in life. So now that we've covered what emotion goes with what organ and how they can kind of manifest in your life, and now you are able to recognize that this might be an area that is needing a little bit more help in your body. How do we keep our emotions and organs in harmony? It's a tough one. And because we're creatures of habit, we have to take these tips in small increments so that you're making one small promise to yourself a day to fix one of or implement one of these tips into your lifestyle. And then once it gets to a point where you're not having to really think about it anymore and it's just second nature to you, then you move on to the next tip, okay? So here are some quick tips that we're going to add in. But before I give you the tips, I want to also discuss about how these emotions affect the energy flow within the body and how they actually start causing problems based on traditional Chinese medicine. So when there's too much anger within the liver, and the liver isn't able to process that anger and is waving that white flag to you like, oh my God, help me out here, right? It causes energy, the qi in your body, to rise excessively, like a big fire flame, flaming up, producing more anger within your body, leading to stagnation. And this can feel like tension in the chest, headaches, irritability, a sense of restlessness. People that move their legs all the time, like that's another one. When balanced, the liver ensures smooth flow of energy throughout the whole body. It's able to detoxify anything, right? Like it keeps everything flowing nice and smooth. Grief, on the other hand, so in the lungs, if it overstays its welcome, constricts and depletes the energy of the lungs, and it makes it very difficult to release both physically and emotionally. So this can cause very shallow breathing or a sense of heaviness in your chest and that chest tightness and respiratory stuff, right? When healthy, the lungs regulate the rhythm of qi and ensure a smooth release of waste and emotions. Whereas joy, connected to the heart, if you have too much joy, excessive joy, or a lack of connection and joy, it can scatter the heart's energy, so disrupting its natural steadiness. And this is also shown in when you go through something super stressful. There's a syndrome called broken heart syndrome, and it's when someone goes through a really painful, stressful thing that emotionally is triggered and causes spasms and weakening of your heart muscle. And it's because the heart isn't able to process the intense and immense amount of emotion that is coming through and disrupting its natural steadiness. So this can manifest as anxiety, insomnia, or irregular heartbeats. Balanced heart energy radiates warmth and openness, steadiness, supporting emotional and physical well-being. Worry, which is connected to the spleen, overthinking, and worry can cause stagnation in the spleen and leading to sluggish digestion and fatigue. The spleen is responsible for transforming and transporting the energy of our body. So when you worry, it blocks its ability to nourish the body effectively through the function of through the process of transformation and transporting energy. And last but not least is fear, connected to the kidneys. When you are in a fearful state, fight or flight, this is a huge one, right? Fear causes kidney energy to sink. And this can also be the whole fight or flight thing, right? Again, resulting in feelings of instability, weakness in the lower back, or loss of overall wellness and vitality that you have about you. The kidney stores the body's essence. In TCM, it's called Jing, and it regulates your courage. So balanced kidney energy fosters resilience and determination. Now that we got covered all of that, I'm going to show you I'm going to share some tips on how to keep all of this balanced. Ready for some tips? Okay, so tip number 1. It seems very obvious, but move that energy. If there's energetic stagnation within your body, physically moving your body is going to help circulate some of that blood and energy even more. So gentle exercises like Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, or even having a brisk walk can help release stuck energy and restore flow to your organs and the rest of your body. Regular movement can also calm an overactive mind and body. Number 2 is breathing, and breathing deeply and with intention with your stomach instead of your upper chest muscles. When you breathe, making sure that your belly expands all the way and then contracts all the way, you are using your diaphragm properly, which is the breathing muscle of your body, to support your lungs. And so I want you to try this right now. Take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let go of grief with every exhale. That one's called a box breathing. 5 seconds is the optimal box breathing time. And remember to breathe and inhale with that belly expanding all the way, so you use your diaphragm, which is the muscle to help breathe. Number 3 would be embrace practices and rituals like acupuncture and herbal tea rituals. I want to do a video on that of how you can build a herbal tea ritual practice as another video for future. But acupuncture can target specific meridians to balance emotions, and then I'm going to link that again over here of how the basics of acupuncture and like how that works, because I don't really feel like explaining the whole meridian system in this video. So acupuncture is going to help balance your emotions through the meridians, through what emotion and organ is out of balance. Herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint tea, ginger can soothe digestion and inflammation and calm the spleen, which almost everyone can use in this day and age because we're also overworked and overtired all the time. Number 4 would be practicing gratitude and mindfulness. And again, I will link a video over here for the mindfulness tips that I have put out before. You want to start and end your day by writing or meditating and thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. This starts your day with that positive mind frame and ends your day, even if you had a shit day, you are putting yourself to bed feeling grateful for the day, for whatever lesson or blessing that came your way. And then mindfulness practices like meditation or just being very present while you're even chewing your food and eating your food can reduce worry and bring your focus to the present moment. Another one for mindfulness, if you always brush your teeth with one hand, so say you always brush your teeth with your right hand, try brushing next morning with your left hand and see how challenging that is and how you have to pay attention in that moment to each brush stroke going up and down or side to side. Number 5, one of my personal favorites is connect with nature. Avid, proud tree hugger over here. Spend time outdoors if you can. If you have the capability, right now where I'm living is super cold and snowy. But even then, when it gets nice and warm and it isn't too cold, I'm outside. I'm at the parks. I'm touching trees. I'm rolling around in the grass in summer, like all over it. Going on hikes. You want to spend time outdoors to calm your kidneys and replenish your energy, because nature helps replenish that energy. Have you ever gone to the beach or the mountains or something, and when you come back, you feel completely revitalized, like all your problems before didn't matter anymore? That's you surrendering whatever was going on to the flow of the energy of the nature, and nature giving back to you. So having even water features or streams or fountains can be particularly soothing for fear and anxiety. So adding a little water fountain feature in your house would be another great way of having that nature nurturance inside your home. Nourishing your body, again, sounds very common sense and simple, but I will link another one of general nutrition tips of how you can nourish your body over here. Eat warm, especially in winter. Eat warm, nourishing meals to support your digestion and to help out your bestie spleen over here from stopping to worry and overthink all the time. Avoid overly cold or raw foods if you're feeling emotionally out of balance, because this will help create more stagnation in your emotions. And also greasy, hot food, spicy food. Expressing your emotion. You can journal this, you can talk to a friend, you can even use a creative outlet, painting, art, drawing, playing the piano, like whatever you want, but creating an outlet for you to help process the feelings in a healthy way is the key. And last but not least is take some R&R, like rest and recharge. Don't underestimate the power of sleep. Everyone needs it, and downtime. You don't need to be fully turned on all the time and go in this like go mentality, like in the hustle culture right now. Your health is your biggest wealth asset, and if that is starting to deteriorate, I don't think a lot of other things matter. The heart and kidneys in particular thrive when you're well rested and balance within your body. Overall, I just want to emphasize that remember that you are a human. Hopefully you're a human while you're watching this. Emotions are a part of being human. So you are meant to experience all of these emotions at different parts and aspects of your life. You are meant to feel them. But the problem happens when you stick and cling on to one emotion, or one emotion isn't being processed and is stuck somewhere within your body. And so is healing. Healing is also another thing that is a constant change and something that humans need to go through. So that's all I have for now. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone that could use a little organ emotion wisdom. So until next time, stay balanced, stay kind, and bye for now.